Alec Baldwin singles out Stephen Colbert, John Oliver for turning talk shows into grand juries. Alec Baldwin is singling out Stephen Colbert and John Oliver for using their talk show pulpits for political purposes, issuing a tweet and pointing specifically to the hosts of Global's The Late Show and HBO's Last Week Tonight. Talk shows were once promotional pit stops for some blithe chit-chat about movies, etc., wrote the Match Game star in a tweet. Now the likes of @IamJohn Oliver and @Stephen@Home have flipped that and they are beginning to resemble grand juries, he continued. Talk shows were once promotional pit stops for some blithe chit-chat about movies, etc. Now the likes of @IamJohn Oliver and @Stephen@Home have flipped that and they are beginning to resemble grand juries. AB Foundation, @ABFalec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. While Baldwin's statement doesn't make clear whether he's praising the hosts for elevating talk shows into more substantive political discussions or taking them to task for rendering a form of televised judgment, there's an argument to be made that it's the latter. Related, Alec Baldwin taking Twitter break due to criticism over Rose McGowan comments. That's because Baldwin's tweet is preceded by his retweet of a Twitter video by white famous actor Michael Rapaport, in which he shreds Oliver for blindsiding Dustin Hoffman during a panel discussion about Wag the Dog by relentlessly pursuing questions about allegations of sexual harassment that have recently been leveled against the 80-year-old actor. Rapaport's tweet is below, but be forewarned that he uses an SFW language that could prove offensive to some. Since John Oliver had to ask Mr. Hoffman those questions about alleged sexual harassment, why didn't he ask Mr. Hoffman face-to-face backstage before the Tribeca event? Why did he wait to get on stage and ask? Was he doing this for the gram? For merit points #John Oliver pic.twitter.com/fuxxx9m. Michael Rapaport, @Michael Rapaport, December 6, 2017. Baldwin was quickly slammed on Twitter by those who disagreed with the argument, which he didn't necessarily make, that talk shows are becoming too political. Boo-hoo. @ABFalec Baldwin. Viewers. And number 39 teenager chit-chat promo stops. We get 20 versions of them from morning shows. Late night is about substance now, and we are better for it. Try and not call people little piggies and you may get some chit-chat. Michael Latham, @Tempus Fugitive, December 6, 2017. So, to be clear, you'd rather return to the useless, anodyne pablum of yesteryear instead of the cogent, topical and insightful discussion of today? Interesting take, Alec. Ryan Knowles, @ImRyanKnowles, December 6, 2017. However, Baldwin later made it very clear that his vague statement was intentionally so when he replied to a Twitter user who sarcastically wrote, "Oh, to return to the glory days where charming tales of rampant misogyny could be told to an adoring audience while smoking a cigarette and drinking a cocktail." To which Baldwin replied, "Notice, if you will, that I don't express a preference. If I could bottle the sanctimony here. Notice, if you will, that I don't express a preference. If I could bottle the sanctimony here." AB Foundation, @ABFalec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. The Twitter exchange continued. "Beg to differ," wrote the Twitter user. "Your subtext seems pretty clear. Evoking a grand jury is freighted with meaning." "What meaning is that?" replied Baldwin. "What meaning is that?" AB Foundation, @ABFalec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. Accused of being obtuse, Baldwin fires back by dismissing the Twitter user as angry and harsh. "Okay, you seem angry. Harsh. So." AB Foundation, @ABFalec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. Baldwin continued to explain himself in subsequent tweets, noting that the tidal wave of accusations regarding Harvey Weinstein and his ilk have yet to result in any convictions. Thus far, we've had a tidal wave of accusations. But what's next? HW is the low-hanging fruit here. And if you don't get some form of conviction him, that will hurt the cause. People have to believe that there are ultimate consequences. AB Foundation, @ABFalec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. He continued to reply to Twitter users who interpreted his tweet in a way that he says he didn't intend it to be. No. I didn't say that. AB Foundation, at Alec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. I think we need to begin to focus on the rule of law now. We have a wave of accusations. Now we need to employ a legal process. Unless you think that process is so flawed as to be wholly unreliable. Then what? AB Foundation, at Alec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. You use the word guilty? You're the downside of this issue. AB Foundation, at Alec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. But that's not what I wrote, is it? AB Foundation, at Alec Baldwin, December 6, 2017. I'm for people being punished through a due process of law. I'm against people asserting that the process begins and ends with accusations only. AB Foundation, at Alec Baldwin, December 6, 2017.